We are aligning our hearts with our wisdom, with our intellect, fully showing up in the gifts that we have been given. No, shucks, I don't have any gifts. No. Your voice is powerful and needed, and your wisdom is powerful and needed to know what we're really made of now. We want to know the truth. We want to live more deeply, more passionately. We want to feel alive, especially in a world of AI. We want real voices. This is the Leading with Love podcast. We're gathered here to open our hearts, expand our souls, live fully in our gifts, and co-create the world we want to see. Let's dive right in. Good day and welcome back. Thank you for being here. I'm Shauna, your host for the Leading with Love podcast, and I'm really almost shocked by this beautiful yellow. I was just on someone else's podcast and without this pink background, and I recognize that it doesn't really go, and that's okay because this yellow is so bright and beautiful and just brings me joy, and I hope that it brings you joy as well. Doesn't matter if it matches. There's no such thing as perfection. So this episode is for you today if you have something to say. You've been perhaps going on a personal development journey or a spiritual awakening journey. They sometimes weave together. And you know that there's something that you want to share. You're starting to listen to your heart more. You're starting to listen to your dreams more and want to accomplish something or want to share in service your experience, your voice, your wisdom. But there's some other small voice in you that says, I don't know if anybody wants to hear this. I don't know what to do. I can't do this. I don't know if anybody wants what I have to share. This is so common, and it can manifest as imposter syndrome or, just not feeling good enough, not wanting to put yourself out there, not wanting to be seen. So we're going to reframe that a little bit today, change and expand upon your perspective so that you can recognize that what you have to share is absolutely needed and wanted. And now is the time for you to do that. There have been times when the world was not ready for the sharing of the wisdom that's coming forth right now, for what I call new leadership, where we're bringing our hearts into the game. We're bringing our soul and our spirit and our truest gifts into the game. We are aligning our hearts with our wisdom, with our intellect, fully showing up in the gifts that we have been given. No, shucks, I don't have any gifts. No. Your voice is powerful and needed, and your wisdom is powerful and needed. So back in 2009, 10, 11, I had a company with a dear friend of mine. It was called Breathing Prosperity, and we had so much beautiful content. We had websites and niche websites and articles, and we had interviews with people on Blog Talk Radio and blog posts, just thousands of them. They were so gorgeous, and people were just lit up by our content and the courses we created. But somehow, it just wasn't time yet. The messages were definitely beautiful, but the world was not ready for that kind of content yet. And in these last years, it has become obvious, as we've all noticed an awakening in humanity, that we are now ready. Not everybody is ready, but millions and millions of people are ready for your true, authentic voice and what you have to share. They want authenticity. We want guidance. We want leadership. We want mentorship from people who have gone through the fire and are speaking with their genuine, passionate voice about what they have learned. We want to hold each other's hands and connect and be in community. And this is the thing about imposter syndrome or feeling like you're not good enough or that what you have to share is not wanted. It's a lie that comes from the scarcity mindset that we all have been trained with, programmed with, and used to have. But we are growing out of this. We are evolving through and past that scarcity either or mindset. We are coming to know that our heart's gifts are different for each of us, and there are millions of people probably out there for each of us that are just a little bit behind us on whatever path we are on that need and want and are waiting for what we have to share. We have the tools, we have the desire, we have the readiness of your audience, your resonant people are out there waiting for you. Now with AI being so prevalent, we also have extra tools that help us be more in our hearts, help us have more time to nourish ourselves and then show up so fully for the people we are meant to serve. that we don't have to work ourselves to exhaustion anymore. We can show up with our authentic voice, and that authentic voice is more wanted and needed. Even just in this last couple of years, we are all recognizing that our human voices and experience and wisdom are so precious. And I know I keep hammering this point home, but it's just the truth. It's all to show you that when you take your focus off of yourself and maybe nobody wants to hear what you have to say, and actually look at all the people who are speaking the things that you want to speak now, it's evidence that people are ready. You can see people speaking about spirituality, about love, about empathy, kindness, heart, impact, purpose, connection, community. This was not happening 5 years ago, not like this. So if you see people who are far more successful than you are, further along the path, don't take it as something that makes you feel small and unwanted and unneeded. Take it as evidence that this is happening now, that there are people who are clamoring for this. I was listening to a gentleman I really love. He's in the UK, and he has retreats every single year. He's been doing it for probably 20 years. And he said very distinctly, he noticed a difference in the openness, the readiness of the audience to hear the things that he has to say. He's bringing through some deep spiritual wisdom and truth. And he said, even though these people would come every year and his audience would be full, there was something different about the openness of his audience this year. It's happened in the spring, and he's been talking about it ever since. They were leaning in. They were open. They were ready. They wanted it so much. We want to know what we're really made of now. We want to know the truth. We want to live more deeply, more passionately. We want to feel alive, especially in a world of AI. We want real voices and real experiences, and to connect with each other, and to feel our feet in the sand and the wind in our face and the rain on our skin, all of the things that make us so beautifully human, to smell the flowers. These things are becoming more precious because we're recognizing how precious they are. And if you're listening to, watching a podcast called Leading with Love, then you are feeling this call as well of impact, of something that you came here to say. And your blueprint is not my blueprint. Even if you see, so here's something that happens to me all the time. I'll be watching someone's podcast, and they'll speak these things, and I'll think, I just said that. I said that exact thing on mine, but I didn't get it from them. I got it from life. I got it from spirit. I got it from my inner knowing and my own experience. And what this means is not that we don't have original thoughts. It's that the important, beautiful, deep truths that we access when we start doing our inner work are universal truths. They are available in the quantum field, and we are accessing them. So you've heard stories, we all have, in the past couple of centuries, where an idea would come to one person and to another person on another side of the planet. An idea for an invention or a new way of seeing something. And the way that we're connected now via the internet seems to be expanding this capacity for us to open and access information that's available to all of us. And so if you hear someone speaking something that just came to you as an insight, it's because it came to them as an insight as well. And again, it does not mean that you don't speak that because someone else spoke it. It means that the world is ready for these things to be spoken. That there are hearts out there that are waiting to be ignited by your very specific lighter, spark, whatever it is you want to say, that is the light in you, that will help ignite and fan the flame of light in others. Your very specific voice has a resonance to it. And the more inner work you do, the clearer that becomes, the cleaner and higher your frequency, the more you will be a beacon, as I keep saying, for the people you are meant to serve. And all the things we talk about here, pouring love and nourishment into yourself, knowing that you have a gift, not being aw shucks about it, being fully embodied in what you came here to be and do and share. The more you do that, the more you will be able to just completely get rid of that imposter syndrome. You will know that it's not the truth. You are divine unfolding itself. You have a purpose and a message to share, and there are billions of people online. How incredible is that? Everything can be used as a tool for not so great and for wonderful connection and impact, right? So let's use these tools that we have and share our voice far and wide and find the people that we are meant to serve. Be the the guide and the mentor that they have been praying for. There are people praying for you to step up. I'm so excited for our beautiful world. Now that so many people are doing this and speaking and sharing their gifts, it's just such an incredible time to be alive. And for all the things that are not so great and feel not so great to our hearts, this is the antidote. Us connecting with each other and remembering who and what we really are. Beyond the stories, beyond the separation, beyond the opinions, the politics, all of it. This energy is the antidote. So the more, the better. And that is the invitation today. Sit with yourself in silence. Summon up the courage. It doesn't take courage forever. It just takes courage to take the first few steps. Join my love notes. The link is below. I send out an audio message every day to encourage and inspire and keep us connected and just stay in this energy as much as we can, because the world is trying to knock us off it all the time. But we have the choice to pivot back into our hearts, remember what we're here for, and live so fully in this moment that it is an inspiration to others. It really is exciting. I love you guys so much. Thank you again for being here. That's all for today. Wherever you are and whatever you're doing, I hope you enjoyed this episode and it helped you open your heart, feel inspired, and know that we are all connected. Please subscribe and share so this work can touch more people. This is how we co-create the world we want to live in. Thank you so much again for joining us, and talk to you next time.